guys muscle their way into power. Others, they outthink the world. Aaron Schulte, better known as the Brain. Born in Jersey, raised on numbers, and cursed with a mind too sharp for the straight life. While kids were stealing hubcaps, Aaron was stealing bank codes. By 21, he wasn't just playing the game, he was fixing it. That's when Admiral Impeach found him. A hacker bold enough to break into the Navy's back pocket, cool enough not to flinch when the Admiral stared him down. Impeach saw more than a thief, he saw an architect. And Aaron, he saw a throne. Now he's the one who keeps the Admiral untouchable. Laundered millions through shell companies nobody can trace. Guns moving through ports the feds don't even know exist. If Impeach is the fist, Aaron's the scalpel, cutting so clean you don't realize you're bleeding till you're on the floor. But every genius has a ghost. Aaron's is his brother, the cop. The one man who knows where Aaron came from. The one man who could bring it all down. He don't just want to survive, he wants control, and he'll burn the whole board if that's what it takes. Brooklyn Bloodlines, Aaron, the Brain, Schulte. The mind behind the muscle. Brooklyn Bloodlines Season 2 coming soon.
Tales from the Pizzaverse, the Meatball Madness Caper. It was Friday night at the social club. Brooklyn air thick with smoke, laughter, and the smell of fried calamari. Sinatra hummed from the jukebox, dice clattered across the felt, and everyone was loosening ties, letting the week roll off. Then Mikey the Hammer kicked the door open like a cop on a raid. Face red, shirt half untucked, sweat pouring down his neck. "Frankie, the freezer, it's empty. Nonna's meatballs, the recipe too, gone." The room went dead quiet. Frank's glass stopped halfway to his lips. Willie froze mid-wipe on a pint glass. Even Lopez, cool as ice in his press suit, leaned forward slow, like a man who just heard somebody rat. Frank crushed his cigarette into the ashtray. "If Nonna finds out, we're all dead before the feds even knock on the door." Chairs screeched, voices rose, everybody talking over each other. Impeach barked, puffing his cigar. "Nobody leaves till we figure this out. You think Nonna's gonna forgive us for losing 50 years of family tradition? Fugged about it. We'll be 6 feet deep in marinara." Aaron the Brain Schulte already had a chalkboard dragged out from God knows where. He scribbled numbers, arrows, pie charts. Statistically speaking, 83% chance this was an inside job, which means one of you bastards. Sessa shot up like a firecracker, veins bulging. "You pencil neck prick. Don't you dare look at me. I was bleeding money at the dice table all night. Ask K-Fam." K-Fam, draped in gold, lounging like a king, smirked. "Yeah, that's facts. Sessa lost so bad he tried betting his shoelaces. Ain't no way he was running a meatball heist." The room buzzed. Suspicion, fear, and the faint smell of sauce still hanging in the air. Impeach, squinting through cigar smoke, noticed it first. "Look at the back door." On the tiles, drops of red, marinara stains. Mikey crouched down, stuck his pinky in it, tasted. His eyes narrowed. "That's San Marzano, imported, Nonna's brand, fresh. Whoever did this, they ain't far." Frank stood, his shadow cut across the room like a guillotine. "Then what the fuck are we waiting for? We find the thief, we get the recipe back, and we erase him from the face of Brooklyn." 2 Cadillacs roared out the alley like bulls. Mikey driving the first one, Sinatra blasting, speeding like a lunatic. Lopez sat in the back, rubbing his temples. One day the Bureau's gonna raid us, and all they'll find is empty bottles, burnt rubber, and a trail of meatballs. In the second caddy, Willie packed a flask, Aaron tapped away on his laptop, and Impeach waved at pedestrians like he was campaigning for mayor. Aaron muttered, "I've triangulated the freezer's Wi-Fi ping. Last signal? Bay Ridge." Frank cracked his knuckles. Figures. Bay Ridge is full of mutts thinking they're tough guys. Let's pay a visit. The trail led him to a dumpy joint called the Velvet Sausage, a half-assed strip club, neon lights flickering, gum-snapping dancers leaning on the wall outside smoking Newports. Inside it was worse. Sticky floors, a DJ screaming, "Wing Night Fridays," like it was the Super Bowl, and a kitchen smelling of cheap oil and garlic powder. And in the back, there he was, some wannabe wise guy, apron dirty, stirring a pot. On the wall above him, Nonna's recipe, taped up like scripture. Frank's face went pale, Mikey's fist clenched. Sessa whispered, voice breaking, "They turned Nonna's Sunday meatballs into a buffet special. At a titty bar. This is sacrilege." Mikey stormed in, grabbed the ladle, and smacked the cook so hard marinara splattered across the tiles. Lopez cuffed the guy just so he could rough him up slower. Frank leaned in, smoke curling from his cigarette. "Kid, do you know what you just did? You don't steal from family. You don't sell tradition. And you sure as fuck don't serve Nonna's meatballs with strippers named Cinnamon and Destiny." The thief stammered, I was hungry." Impeach puffed smoke in his face. "Now you're gonna be toothless too, Stunid."
Underneath the bridge, top has sprung a leak, and the animals have
Sessa, blind with rage, flipped the buffet table and lit a rag with whiskey. Nobody disrespects Nonna. Not on my fucking watch. The kitchen went up in flames. Sirens wailed. Dancers screeched. The whole crew bolted through the back door, Willie stuffing meatballs in his coat. The Cadillacs fishtailed out as the club burned behind him. K-Fam laughed so hard, tears streamed down his face. Only in Brooklyn do we torch a strip club over a meatball recipe. Mikey floored it. Lopez muttered, "One day I'm going to testify against all you animals. Till then, buckle up." They locked the recipe in the safe. Nonna's meatballs restored to their rightful place. The smell of smoke still on their clothes. The taste of fear in their mouths. Frank poured shots all around. If this leaks again, if anyone so much as breathes wrong near that freezer, we end them. Capisce? Everyone nodded. Willie shivered. Nonna don't need a gun. That wooden spoon's worse than a Louisville slugger. The room erupted in agreement. Every man there still had scars from childhood. Frank raised his glass. To family, to loyalty, and to never, ever fucking with Nonna's meatballs again. The glasses clinked. Mikey ate 6 meatballs. Aaron scribbled notes like he was publishing a thesis on idiocy. Willie pocketed 2 more meatballs for later. The thief limped out of Brooklyn, bruised and humiliated. The velvet sausage burned to ash. And in the social club, laughter returned, cards hit the table, Sinatra played again. But everyone knew the truth. In the Pizzaverse, you can gamble, lie, cheat, even rob the feds. But you never ever fuck with Nonna's meatballs. The moral of the story. In the streets, you can gamble, hustle, lie through your teeth, maybe even skim a little off the top. Hey, that's business. But some things you don't touch. Family, loyalty, tradition. And in the Pizzaverse, tradition means Nonna's meatballs. Cross that line and you ain't just fighting wise guys. You're fighting ghosts, history, and every Sunday dinner from here to Sicily. So the moral is simple. Respect the sauce. Respect the family or pay the price. Yo, this has been another Tales from the Pizzaverse, brought to you by Bambi Palermo and the whole crew. If you're laughing, smiling, or just hungry after this story, hit that subscribe, smash the like button, drop a comment, and tell the other stoonads about us. Because this ain't just YouTube, capisci? This is the Pizzaverse, and in here we don't miss.